After the meeting, the HOA was left in turmoil. Barbara Owens and the rest of the board members had tried to maintain a facade of control, but it was clear they had underestimated Jane. Her lawyer, a calm and methodical presence throughout the meeting, had made it apparent that the HOA's threats and attempts to force her out were not only unjust, but illegal. As soon as they left, Jane felt a sense of victory, a quiet, personal victory, but also an overwhelming realization that things in the community would never be the same. Over the next few days, Jane began receiving messages of support from her neighbors. They had witnessed the relentless harassment she'd endured, and many of them, although initially hesitant to speak out, were beginning to question the authority of the HOA. Some had even shared their own horror stories about minor fines for trivial matters, like leaving their trash cans out for a day too long or painting their front doors without first consulting the HOA. Though Jane had never intended to become the hero of the neighborhood, the community now saw her differently. She wasn't just a quiet homeowner, she was the one who had stood up to the HOA and won. Meanwhile, Barbara Owens, the once confident HOA president, found herself under intense scrutiny. Word of Jane's legal victory spread quickly, and it didn't take long for the residents to realize just how much the HOA had been overstepping their bounds. People began questioning the HOA's motives, its rules, and its treatment of homeowners. Several residents, including some on the board, expressed dissatisfaction with Barbara's leadership, and murmurs of a possible recall vote began circulating. Jane's lawyer, noticing the shift in the community's sentiment, advised her to capitalize on the situation. "You've got the power now," he said. "You don't have to do anything drastic, but you can use your position to bring fairness back to the HOA, maybe even work to reform it." Jane hesitated. She had never been one to thrust herself into the spotlight, but the idea of the HOA becoming a more accountable organization did appeal to her. It was a chance to ensure that no one else in the community would face the same kind of abuse she had. But there was still one more problem to resolve: the parking spot. Despite the HOA's backpedaling, they still held a strong claim to the only parking space near the lake. The residents had grown accustomed to using it, and they had been using it without ever realizing that Jane held the legal right to revoke their access. While Jane didn't want to be a villain, the truth was that she could shut down their access entirely if she chose to. Over the next few weeks, Jane carefully considered her options. She spoke with her lawyer again, weighing the pros and cons of revoking parking access. "You have every right to," he assured her. "But maybe there's a middle ground. Could you allow them to continue using it, as long as they agree to a formal arrangement?"